after twisting, you're gonna like a little bit of cat-cow. So, same idea. You'll put your hands right on the right on your desk, lift your chest up, stabilize your legs, so you kind of push your heels down, fire up your lower belly, and then you'll go into cat and a cow. So it's a lot like in your yoga practice when you're on hands and knees. As a matter of fact, we're almost in the same shape. We're gonna go back bend into our cow, and then push and round into the cat. Here's one thing you might add on that will really help you in your like desk life. At a desk, you know, we have this tendency to really jut the chin forward. I call it forward head syndrome. Like lean the head forward. You'll also notice that when we do this, we round the upper back and then we crunch the cervical spine, or we crunch the back of the neck. The body has something that we call the righting response. And the righting response is it's like an evolutionarily neurological response. It's not safe for us to, this is shocking, right? It's not safe for us to look at the ground. If we think of ourselves as animals, which, you know, we are. We're just animals that have built some like beautiful ski chalets. We're animals. And if we're walking around on the prairie, it's not safe for us to be looking at the ground. We need to be able to look out at the horizon to see threats, to see potential predators. The same thing is true in our everyday life right now. Like, you know, I live in New York. You'll be shocked to see how many people are looking, no you wouldn't, but how many people are looking down at their phones and run into things. I mean, you know, it's a little schadenfreude. It's like, look up, look at the world around you. The problem though, as we start to hunch down, is we right our head, so we get our vision out on the horizon line. The more we begin to round here, the more we begin to extend our cervical spine. So the other little side note is your two major curves of the spine, your primary curve being your chest curve, or what we call the kyphotic curve, and your secondary curves being your cervical and lumbar curve. They always act in opposite of each other. So as the kyphotic curve flexes more, the cervical curve and truly the lumbar curve both extend more. So all of this just kind of compounds to give us this hunched over chest and squished posterior or back side of the neck. While you're doing your cat-cow here at the desk, I want you to do a cow with like a bunch of chins. So instead of cow pose, send your chest forward and back bend in your neck. I want you to do cow pose where you tuck your chin in slightly and slide your skull back so you've got a ton of chins. It's not cute, I know. You got, it's a side view, it's a terrible choice. Ton of chin, slide your head back, 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 back. So now we're really encouraging extension of the thoracic spine and flexion of the cervical spine. And then you can go back into your cat. So multiple chin cow, and then just a normal cat.